Welcome to World's Finest, the weekly DC Comics review. As always, I am Phil, and with me is...
Hey guys, it's Lilith.
We try to gauge your mood of the books by how you say that.
I know, I've noticed, and I've been trying to adjust to throw you off. Twirls a mustache and twirls away.
Okay, so I could just expect to hear, yeah, Phil, these books suck this week.
There were some gems and there were some turds. And they're unexpected gems and unexpected turds, let me tell you, at least in my personal opinion.
And was it just me, or was there a lot of Batman related books?
I literally think that's all I bought. With the exception of one. Like, literally, one book is basically not a Batman book, which is Justice League 3001.
I got 9 books, and I think 6 of them were Batman related somehow.
Yeah, I got 6, and only 5 of them were Batman related. So,
that's it. Did you see? I forget who put it up. Somebody on Twitter this week. They put yeah, Supergirl show did good, in its premiere, but we still don't have a Supergirl book on the shelves. But hey, DC says, hey, why don't you come over and try one of our 25 Batman books?
Well, that's not true that Supergirl doesn't have her title, especially when January rolls around, when she'll basically be the leader of Justice League 3001. Boom! What a hell of a plug. They should really hire me.
They should hire us. But yeah, I guess they mean a solo book.
I don't think Supergirl needs a solo book, personally. She's not that, no shade. Supergirl's not that interesting. I'm just saying, especially with the iteration that she, at the point where she is right now, it's like reading YA. No offense to YA. I like some YA, but, I'm an adult now. And really, those are the people that are buying the books. So, we're living to 100 now. I'm just saying. You don't have to cater to the tail end of those millennials with their selfie sticks. That's all that I'm saying, though.
So 30 is the new 18?
Pretty much, especially with most of the 30-year-olds supposedly living in their parents' basement. Just saying.
Oh! Shots fired.
Well, I'm just saying, I've been doing some market research, and it's weird that they're so far off about their demo and their user bases in a lot of cases with a lot of companies right now. And that's kind of the image that for some reason they're trying to plaster across the internet, and I don't think it's fair, and I think it's totally off, but that's what it is. It's weird. It's like, you guys want to make money, right? You shouldn't insult your user base, your demo. Anyway, that got off track real quick. Let's bring it around. Where do you want to start this week?
Do you want to do something we had in common, or something?
You have 9 books. I have 6. So let's talk about something you read and I didn't.
All right. So you didn't pick up Superman 45?
No.
Well, you did yourself a favor.
I heard the critics clamoring, though, but I guess those are paid critics, apparently.
It's just, it's not Superman. I mean, I like the art. It's, hardware art. I like the art, but it's just, he discovers, this fight club, but I guess it's, forgotten deities and gods who are fighting each other, and, reenact battles. And basically, the person running the show is like, oh, well, you need money to eat, don't you? So by the end of the issue, it looks like Superman's going to be joining this fight club.
They stole that from Arrow, by the way. Oh my God! What is going on? I'm going to cry, Phil.
I can see Oliver in a fight club. I can't see Superman's supposed to be the bright, shining example, DC. How many weeks do we have to go over this?
I figured it out. I just figured it out because, like I said, I've been doing a lot of market research the past 2 weeks, and they're putting Superman through a quarter life crisis. That's the new trendy thing to do, is to have a quarter life crisis. And since Superman's 25, that's right about, right? So, he's going to join a fight club. He's going to smoke some weed. And then he's going to be like, nope, I want to be a big blue Boy Scout again. To hell with these solar flares.
I was gonna say I didn't see any mention of weed, but I maybe because I mean he basically he like when he breaks into this place and then I guess there's like food stands in there and he's like I haven't eaten for a while and so he has like I don't know $20 left in his pocket or something. He's like how many tacos can this buy me?
Like
So
3, if it's like a sports stadium.
yeah, but it's an underground place. I don't know, but so he could have the munchies. I
I'm
don't know.
just saying they're trying to like toy with the idea of the big blue Boy Scout not being a big blue Boy Scout, and it's just not working because everything else in DC is just so gritty right now. Even Starfire is getting a little gritty. It's weird. So let's just make the one character that's supposed to be a bright shining light be the bright shining light. So I'm just chucking this up to he's having a quarter life crisis, and we'll be back to normal by February.
I mean, you know more about this than I do, but I mean, wouldn't you have a better chance of drawing more people in, customer wise, if you have varied books instead of all dark and gritty?
Yeah, you would think. And I think they're actually just trying to be the complete opposite of Marvel. So whatever Marvel is, ironically enough, they copy each other so much. But like they both like are basically at the exact opposites of the spectrum at this point where they both need to be more in the middle. So that's just kind of my assessment of where the big two powerhouses are right now. Like me personally, I've been reading Valiant and Dark Horse and IDW more and more, in DC and Marvel less and less because they're just the same over and over and over and over again.
Hmm.
So,
Well, let's see. I give this one a 2.5.
ooh, Phil, come join me
Well, I
on the
got
other side. Just take it off your list for a couple months, bro. Just enjoy
that's what
that
I'm
that that
thinking.
extra two to $4.99 in your pocket every month.
Yeah, wait till issue 50 because all the issue 50s. Batman will be back, Superman will be
Don't
back.
count on Wonder Woman being bad. But because we have so many other Wonder Woman books coming out in the new year that I'm not even worried about the main continuity of Wonder Woman because technically there is no such thing since Convergence. Yay!
Mm.
Anywho, where do you want to go for our first mutual book?
Let me see.
You know what? I take it back. All my books were Batman because Justice League 3001 was all about that Batman. Wow.
I'm telling you, that's their thing anymore is Batman. All right, I'm good. All right, I'm curious. Justice League: The Darkseid War, Batman #1.
Oh, we can talk about it, sir.
I want to know your thoughts on this.
Um, where to start with this? You know what? Like Convergence was our big 2015 event, right?
Mm-hmm.
But really, let's be honest, wasn't that basically just to plug the Darkseid War? Like this is the real event secretly because now it has a tie-in, and the tie-in's actually better than the main book, and that's pretty much how Convergence was. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, yeah, this is the first tie-in, but yeah, I enjoyed this better than the past couple Justice League
I
issues.
mean, literally, it should have just been Justice League issue number 47. Like, I don't even know why. I mean, just where's the ka-ching button, Phil? That's all this is. I mean, but it was better than the main title. It shocked the hell out of me that I liked this. Well, and then it was Batman though, so And we got Joe Chill, and I say this with love. Batman is a douchebag, and he is a super douchebag with this new omnipotent power and everything. But I really enjoyed it because I don't know, because Commissioner Gordon's not Batman.
I know. I'm like, wow, people are gonna be confused with
Like
this.
either if this happened before or they're totally resetting it like after this arc is over and we're just resetting DC softly and subtly because Alfred has two hands and I'm just like I don't really care about the continuity anymore, but at least like put it in like the little block at the front before I start. This takes place here. You are here in the DC universe. That's what they need.
You need a roadmap. A chronological roadmap, DC.
Yes. Yes. That was my only thing that I just kept thinking, like, wait, okay, this is. I'm just going to pretend like this came before Convergence, when everything was all good for the Batman. And basically that's pretty much it. So yeah, I like this title. I was shocked. I love that we get the Joe Chill thing. We're back to like that ground level back alley Batman that I really love.
Which is surprising because he has this cosmic power now. He has the Mobius chair.
Right? So that was an interesting twist. I totally thought we were gonna go somewhere else, but they gave the fans what we've been craving, kind of that more classic Batman.
Oh yeah.
So what about you?
Oh, I loved it. I wonder where they're gonna go with the whole Joker thing at the end.
Oh, they'll take it back. Take back since DC's thing. Let's just be real. What would you give it though? I mean, I don't know. Like, it still does. I still don't care about the Darkseid.
Yeah. I was probably go 3.5.
Oh, I gave it a 4 actually, because like I said, I was shocked that I liked it, that it was so good.
Yeah, it's kind of balancing between 3.5 and 4.
My advice is
I,
don't skip it just because it's a tie-in, basically.
yeah, I, I think everyone's just I think it was just you were hungering for that Bruce Wayne as Batman story.
Right. Honestly, I really feel like this is the taste for what they want to do in 2016. Though I think they want us to forget all the bad stuff, and so we're just like out
Mm-hmm.
of nowhere, just gonna return to the way things were. No explanation. It was all a dream.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
especially once Bruce Wayne's back as Batman. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, so anywho, yep. You didn't read We Are Robin, right? I think that's the only and Justice League 3001, you didn't read those two?
No, I read We
Oh,
Are
you
Robin.
did? Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, you probably got hypnotized into buying them because of Batman Eternal, Batman and Robin Eternal #4, which we'll get to. But yeah, um, I guess I'll just talk about Justice League 3001 issue 5. Let me just find my notes.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. It's This book is fun. Like, and I like the more like we're itching towards the all female crew and all that other stuff. Like, it just no, not that. That's the other title. No, Justice League 3001 is still a lot of fun. This one revolved around Batman as well, so I'm surprised you didn't pick it up. I mean, he's right on the cover. No doubt about it. This is Bat centric. Yeah, but it's a new quote unquote Batman in town, and like it's like that one storyline with Dick Grayson where his imposters running around, kind of sort of is what it reminded me of, but like in a much
Mm-hmm.
more fun tone. And like we're setting up the next big arc, and there's Mirror Master, and I was just like, wow, they're digging deep. I love it. So like I love when they like kind of try, I guess is what I'm saying, and they like prove to me that they remember stuff that's come before it and then give it an interesting twist. I guess is all that I can really say. I like Justice League 3001. It's comedy, it's action, it's like they have that back and forth, but they still feel like a team. And this is kind of interesting that we took this detour to like a one character thing, but I just really feel like they were like, hey, this is Batman week, so why
Mm-hmm.
not? Yeah, so basically, like I said, it got a little more dark and broody usually than what Justice League 3001 usually is, but we're dealing with Batman. But Guy Gardner shows his face, and we also had Firestorm. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Oh yeah, and
So what did you give
Superman
it?
learned the truth about something.
What?
You had to be there. You have to have been reading this like from the other 4 issues. But I thought it was really funny, basically, because I was just like, wait a minute, was that? Did they just?
I,
Oh,
what? Because you
yeah.
said truth.
I was just like, oh, thank you. Basically, it's like you can't say convergence to me. I'll tell you like I tell Flash, the TV show. You can't say convergence and you can't say the truth to me anymore. DC has ruined those two words. It's right up there with moist. Oh. So anyway, but despite that, it still got a 3.5 for me.
Oh, cool.
Where to next, fearless leader?
Do you want me to do Deathstroke 11?
I heard his daughter got kidnapped.
Yeah, they kind of made him think that she was murdered, but he goes and it was another girl, and yeah, she was kidnapped. Someone's trying to set up Amanda Waller, I
Ooh.
guess, because all signs point to Waller. Yeah, so he goes to break in the Belle Reve, and of course he encounters Harley and Deadshot, and at the end of the issue, he gets pushed into a tank of water, and of course, who's in there? Black Manta.
Oh, with the Aquaman references lately. Oh, just
That's what I'm saying. It's like every issue, it seems like now, like if it's on a Batman title, they try to end it with like they either put Aquaman in there or Aquaman character.
I mean, Aquaman needs all the help that it can get. And I think with Jason Momoa kind of being in the new, honest to God, I feel like they like kind of go, hey, yo, we're pushing Aquaman. Jason, go say something, because he said something this week, right? So it was just like, oh, you're using the new 52 as your guy. Oh, honey, no. Baby, let me hold you. No, don't do that. Anywho, yeah, that's kind of interesting though. I like Black Manta.
Oh yeah.
So he pops into Wonder Woman. Now he's got the Aquaman. When's he gonna meet Superman? Or better yet, when's he gonna meet
Well,
Ollie?
Superman.
Jeez.
Yeah, yeah. Superman was in the Wonder Woman storyline,
Oh,
so
see, now all he needs is to reunite with Green Arrow, and we got something. Let me know when that happens. I will buy that issue.
all right. But surprisingly, I gave this one a 4 because it was just so much better than the whole Wonder
Did it
Woman
feel like
thing.
classic Deathstroke?
It's a lot closer,
Cool.
yeah.
Alright, cool beans. Okay, I can't hold it anymore. We have to talk about Batman and Robin Eternal number freaking 4. Or is it 5? It's
Okay.
4. Yeah, it's 4. Here we go.
4.
Don't jump ahead of yourself.
You got 6 months. Why not?
I know, right? And after this issue, I was like, oh, we've got another 6 months of this. Hopefully, we don't have another. This was the turd of the week for me. Shots
Oh,
fired all the way. Um, I'm just gonna say it like this. Batman Eternal was basically a spinoff machine. It kind of, set up, hey, go by Catwoman, hey, go by Gotham by Midnight, and hey, don't forget about Wayne Manor. And I was hoping that was something that wouldn't
we
follow this book, like they would kind of drop it, because as much as I like want to like Batgirl and as much as I love We Are Robin, they just kind of show up for no reason. Like Dick had it handled, son. And
are.
it's basically for the most part also one big long drawn out fight, and that got tedious. Those are my only things that I'll say about
Yeah.
it.
Well, it's kind of like Batman Eternal, where they feel like they have to use everyone. I
Mm.
think
No, this felt like an
at least one.
advertisement. Like, hey, we have new issues out too. Did you like what you saw? The funny banter, haha, thumbs up, little wink.
Yeah, a little footnote for see Grayson number 12 and
That's my only thing. But and the jokes kind of fell flat for me. But like it's gonna take a while for they have this huge rotation of artists and writers and stuff, and it just takes a while for things to gel. So
yeah, I think that's just the big thing with weekly books is I don't know. Sometimes a lot of times they move kind of slow for me. It's just like there's like some of them, even what is that? Futures End. They had seemed like they had a bunch of different storylines. If you're only doing one or two storylines, it kind of drags, week to week.
what'd you say, sweets?
Oh, no, I was just saying it just seems like the pacing is slow, and I think with a weekly series, you need a bunch of different plot lines.
Yes. Also, like it felt weird because they like at the end when they're back in the Batcave, it was like, oh hey, we could all be agents and she could activate us at any time. Dun dun dun, and I'm like, no, because if that was the case, she would have used you instead of those stupid little axe wielding weird freaks.
Uh, but it I don't know. Tim just seemed a lot older. Red
Oh
Robin
my
seemed
god. I
a
was
lot
thinking
older.
that too after having done all my fantastic research for Tim Drake. And I go, oh dear God, DC, what are you going to do with his continuity next? Oh, the horror. Poor Tim.
I mean, he almost seemed like he was the same age as Dick Grayson almost.
Right? And it's like, okay, history lesson, people. Okay.
Hmm?
Tim's first appearance is in Batman 436. He's introduced as that weird little 5-year-old in the creepy little flashback sequence, right?
Did you catch that Easter egg in this
Exactly. And
issue?
I'm just like, oh, God. I remember. I never forget, okay? Never forgive in some cases, but
Oh,
not the case with this. So like I said, the first 3 issues were amazing. So, I'll give this a pass, but it was definitely like a 3.25, and it tinkered on like a 2.75, to be honest.
well, that makes sense. I gave it a 3.
So it was just like, I'm going to be nice. Where to next?
I don't know. Should we talk about one of the many books it plugged?
Grayson number 13, perhaps?
We can do that.
Okay. Let me find my notes.
I'll just say it. This is my pick of the week.
Oh, you talk about the controversy. I mean, I
Uh,
I'm sympathetic to people's, triggers and plights and whatnot. But like, if you've been reading this title, then it's all about being subversive and role reversal. Like that's the main trope and motif and theme that runs through the book of the classic spy. So I mean, he's always showing his butt, and he's always getting tied up, and bad things are happening to him. So it's just kind of like, that's why creators need to stay off Twitter sometimes. That's all I'm saying.
well, it's funny you mentioned the controversy because someone I know who has had contact with Tim Seeley is trying to get a hold of him, and because I guess he told all the outraged fans like, oh, put a panel together, we can discuss it, and this person's like, well, why don't we just do it on a podcast? So she's trying to get me and him in touch, so maybe we can do it over a podcast. Mm-hmm. But I like. It's my pick of the week. It's just I like how they did. Red Robin was better here than it was in Batman Eternal. Batman and Robin
Are
Eternal.
they just gonna make Grayson and
They seem
freaking
more like.
Midnighter like a team up book or what? How many times can Midnighter pop up in this damn title?
Yeah, I know. Well, it's either Grayson in his book or Midnighter here. Yeah, I know. I was like, again with the Midnighter. And it's like he really didn't do much. It's just what he's
Wait,
just spying on
is his
Dick then.
book out next week?
I
Just
didn't
one
check.
long
Who knows?
advertisement at this point. That's all these books are now.
I, I was gonna say, what if it's like this, like the same story, but it's from Midnighter's
He's like,
perspective?
I did
Oh,
not buy this book for the same story to be recycled. Damn it.
yeah.
But I like this issue. It got back to like the heart of being like a spy thriller, and we learn a little bit about Spiral, which is overdue. Which we're also learning about in
Yeah.
Arrow. Oh no, we're learning about Shadow Spire, which might turn into Spiral. Who even knows at this point?
Who knows? Hey, if they do Spiral, they better bring Nightwing
I
as
mean, they
Grayson in.
promised this, and then they switched out for the Flash. And you can't be too bitter about that after the way the Flash turned out. But
Yeah. I mean, we're getting Constantine for God's sakes. You can do Grayson or
I'll even
Nightwing.
settle for Red Robin at this point.
Exactly.
Anyway, I mean, we already have like Red Arrow, so that could be Thea's love interest. Boom, done. Motion passed. Anyway, I totally dig this title, this issue. I just like that we're getting back to the roots of what it was, because I don't know. It sometimes they kind of get off track, and it kind of annoys me, I guess.
Yeah, but I think overall, like on a pretty much consistent monthly basis, this book's more fun than most of
Agreed.
DC's books.
Um, and we're talking about checkmate now, and I'm like, oh, this is like the grand old days, you know?
I know. I'm like, I thought you switched out Checkmate for Argus, and now it's like you're gonna have both and
I like that we have
Spiral
all
and
these organizations, because I mean that's how it was back in the day. Do you know what I mean? It's cheesy, sure, but it almost makes
yeah.
sense in this DC world, because there's like so many different kind of heroes. Do you know what I mean? Everybody needs a foil.
Mm,
So,
mm-hmm.
yep. Oh, and Agent Zero's identity. Uh-oh. You know what this feels like? This feels like Spectre. I felt like they're big James Bond fans. They're like, hey, Spectre's getting ready to come out. Let's kind of sort of do something like that.
Well, I think that by its nature, it's supposed to remind you of James Bond, sort
Mm-hmm.
of, because it's a spy book.
No, I know. That's why I was like, mm-hmm. And I think James Bond is a really huge inspiration of it. But you know, unfortunately, Grayson gets stuck as the Bond girl a lot of times, which I have no problem with.
The
Yes.
himbo.
So yeah,
So yeah, it was my pick of the week. I
I
gave it a
gave it a four and
five.
a
What did
half.
you give
I
it?
really enjoy this title. Like I said, most of they have a little clunker and it slows down every now and then. But this one wasn't a clunker at all. It was fast paced. I couldn't believe I
Yeah.
got through it so quick. I was just like, really? Ha 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 ha. Really? Ha 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 ha. Oh, hey, it's Midnighter. Ha 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 ha. You again.
Hope you didn't hurt yourself.
It was a lot of, for me it was a funny title and lots of interesting prospects. Like, so this is like the next big arc, and I thought they set it up in a really wonderful way. So yep.
hmm
What's left?
Well, well. Speaking of Grayson, do you want to do Batgirl 45?
Actually, yeah, I have a nice thing to say about it. Like, okay, so in this continuity that we're in with the way Dick Grayson is and the way Barbara Gordon is, you wouldn't expect them to have like chemistry anymore, because they're just very different people, right? And it kind of hurts your heart if you're a Dick and Babs
hmm
fan. So, but I thought that this was kind of genius, because basically Dick was the bad guy in this issue. And I'm like, she's hooking
Yeah.
up with Luke Fox. Come on, man. This is like the second best thing, man. Don't mess this up for me, Dick. Don't mess this up for me. I love Luke Fox's Batwing. Loved it in Batman Incorporated and all that good stuff. So I'm here for that kind of pairing for right now, because I mean I want them to find their way back to each other, but I just don't see how, where each character is headed at the moment. So I'm just enjoying the difference of it.
hmm
You know what I mean? So what'd you think? And
Yeah.
do you usually buy Batgirl?
Um. Yeah. I usually buy it because I don't know. I liked it. I liked it better than a lot of, like the last couple issues, but I don't know. When they tried, I didn't like them painting Dick as like a total
I thought it
jerk.
was a fun twist. Like, cause I don't know, cause he's different in Grayson. Do you know what I mean? So I felt like it was okay for them to do that. And let's be real, he's kind of a spoiled brat. Like, let's be real. We know, like, when he got out of the Robin costume, freaking Bruce and Alfred were like, "Oh, such a good boy. Have a biscuit," you know. And like that's kind of the take that I took on it. Why he didn't understand why his timing was bad and all this other things that he was doing. And so, you know, he stole the ring.
hmm
Oh God, that wedding was atrocious though. It's like, ugh, this is geared at females. That doesn't necessarily mean we all want to see weddings and pretty dresses, is all that I'm saying.
well,
Oh,
oh, so the
big
wedding turned you
time.
off? Yeah, but I guess they're trying to set a romantic tone even for maybe for
I know, and I
Barbara and
shouldn't really be
Luke.
complaining because DC doesn't really like love their heroes to be in love, period. But I guess love is good enough for the female character because what else are they gonna do? That's the way that I kind of take it with Batgirl. Is all that I'm saying. So they should probably work on that.
I want to see Luke as Batwing. They haven't like made any mention of
Well,
Batwing since
Lord
he
knows
showed up.
Batgirl's got enough supporting characters that eventually it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I hope
I
so.
mean, I think she literally has the most like side characters in like a main title right now. The roommate, the best friend,
Yeah.
the study buddy. Just oh my god, Black Canary, hey, stash my gear. Oh, I just want like I don't know. This title was fun though. Like I said, I liked it for a change. Like I've just kind of been going with the motions because it's
Yeah.
Batgirl. So yeah, this was
Yeah, I
fun
hear you.
though. They need their own book together. That would be fun. This version of Batgirl, or
Who?
like just a limited series, 3 to 6 issues. I think that would be fun. Dick.
Her and who? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you meant Dick or
Luke
Luke.
can be their oracle, and then he decides to get in on the fray, and then we spin that book off. That works for me. Anyway, what would you give this?
I'm gonna pull a Deathstroke. I'm gonna give this one a 4. It's most
Ooh,
improved
I
in
gave
my
it a
eyes.
3.5, but this is my favorite cover of the week of any comic book from any company. I thought it was really cool and fun how they did it.
Oh, you
Oh, I loved it.
oh you did like it? I wasn't sure if you were gonna like it.
Because it's like out
Huh.
of nowhere, Dick just shows up trying to get a kiss in the photo booth.
Don't you hate those drunks
I
at
usually
weddings?
am that drunk at the wedding, so no.
Hey now.
Oh yeah. I man, I just miss it now though. That's the only thing about this is that they made me miss the old Dick and Babs. I miss them so hard.
Yeah, me too.
When are we gonna wipe that continuity away?
Plummet those
No,
salespeople.
no. I want Batgirl to do well. I think she is the best selling female
No,
title out there right
I meant yeah,
now.
I meant
Oh,
DC in
yeah.
general.
You should speak with your wallet, but I mean, I appreciate what they're trying to do with Batgirl by appealing to like that younger demo, and everything. But
Hmm.
I, I don't know. I mean, outside of her crime fighting, I don't feel like she's a real role model. Scandalous, I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I know you're not thrilled with the character, but why don't they do a book like this with
Yeah,
Supergirl?
that's actually more. Which okay, so like the show, right? Because she's 24. I feel like
Hmm.
24 is too old for like it. She shouldn't be that bit of a klutz, but they were kind of stuck because they already did the Smallville and the high school thing, and they also had the Kara trying to recapture her
Hmm.
youth thing on Smallville, so they were trying to do something different, and I appreciate it. But I do definitely think that Supergirl should be a younger coming of age story than 24.
Like a teenager, maybe
Yeah,
17,
like
18.
going through college, and that's when you really find out who you are and stuff. Like we just missed that with Kara, supposedly, but now she's going through a quarter life crisis too. So I'm tired of quarter life crisis. I just want a good, competent hero that hey, she has boobs under that cape. Like that's what it all just smacks of, I guess, at the end of the day. I feel like they're working on that with Batgirl, which is why I'm still reading it. It still has tons of potential. I have huge hopes for the title. So yeah.
Yeah.
We are Robin.
We are Robin number
So are
5.
you like, oh, I can't wait till this limited series is over? Or are you enjoying it?
Oh, I'm enjoying it. It is a
Yeah,
limited
it's like
series.
12
Well, I
issues,
figured it
right?
only had like a certain shelf
It's
life.
like as soon as Batman comes back, I think
I
this
wasn't
title is
sure.
over.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah,
So yeah,
because Bruce will be back, Damien will be back.
exactly. Oh, was that last week or this week? Um,
What?
Batman, Son of Robin with Talia al Ghul. Yeah.
That was this week.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So
this week.
actually, can you talk about that first? I'm actually really curious.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna ask you if you read it or not.
It's in my queue. I haven't read it.
Uh, okay. Um, no, it was interesting. I mean, it's kind of weird because they go to West Owl Island and like there's a bunch of like failed Damien clones there. Like they're like special needs Damien clones. They're just they can like barely speak and they're all like cross-eyed and
Wow.
yeah, but they kind of sacrifice themselves for him, their lives for him later on and stuff because they're like, oh, you're
Wait,
my
did
brother.
Deathstroke show up in this issue?
No, well, he was in and then he was out because well, they even referenced that. Remember that? What was that last
Yeah, it was
issue?
like two
Maybe when he
issues.
remember I told you he
He
paid off
still got the. I
Deathstroke
bet
with
that
like
he still had that
$5.
little girl with him that he saved or whatever.
Yeah, she's still with him, and then he discovers his mother's alive. But yeah, that's the other thing. They referenced Damien paying off Deathstroke in this week's Deathstroke too, because he was like saying about he was going over his finances, and he was like, yeah, and then the $5 million I got from Damien. And of course, they had to do the
Of
footnote.
course. Oh, was it fun? It sounded like a fun issue, and I'm really curious. Like,
Uh,
is Talia al Ghul still like off her rocker or what?
um, she's not. No, she's not like off her rocker. I mean, she's Talia. Basically, she's. I guess the whole thing is all the artifacts he's been putting back. She's like, we need them. There's this. I don't know what it is a demon or something that's trying to destroy humanity, I guess. And she's like, well, we need that stuff back. And
Where do you think it's going?
uh, well, I, I guess it's safe to say
Oh,
Robin won.
gee, awesome.
Yeah, I know. No, it's just like because next month, everything's getting one more issue, and then what? December, everything's
Yep.
the Robin War.
I don't know, like I like all the titles individually. It's just gonna be weird. Like I feel like it's gonna be this weird random forced event. Because they're all in such different places right
Yeah,
now. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, Damien's like on the other side of the world. The We Are Robin kids are in Gotham, and depending which book it is, Dick's in like two or three different places
Magic
at once.
boom tubes.
Oh no! Be like, thank you, Cyborg, who I've
Exactly.
never
'Cause,
worked with
yeah, they
before.
just got created in like Cyborg issue number 2 or 3. Oh God. Anyway, yeah. So what would you give this title?
Um, I give this one a
Oh.
three and a
Is he
half.
still
It was a
broody
fun
or
read.
has the girl kind of helped lighten him up a bit?
Um, he wasn't quite as broody, but once Talia showed up, he was like, my father taught me a better way, and you need to get out of my face.
And she
And
just kicks herself for leaving him with Bruce.
and it's more like, shut up, we don't have
Oh,
time for
I
this.
might actually read that. It's in the queue, but I just it's Damien.
Yeah, but I think it's better than like I'd say the last
Okay.
month or
I'll
two
definitely
of that
make
book.
effort to
So,
read it this weekend. Okay. We Are Robin. I think this was the best issue of We Are Robin to date. And I like that they put the profiles in the back of the book because a lot of people were kind of complaining about that. They're a little hard to keep track of and whatnot. In the back of the
wait,
book,
what profiles?
last issue. Yeah, no, not this issue, last year.
Oh,
Because yeah,
last
like
issue. I think meant this issue.
it's a
Yeah, yeah,
big
yeah.
ragtag group of kids, but and I think that the more that they explore, and we got a lot of it wasn't a lot of action this issue, but I like getting to know these kids. It's fun.
Yeah, yeah. Because I like the first arc, the first couple issues. It seemed like it, you learn more like mostly about
Yeah,
Duke. A lot of them, the rest of them are.
kind of just generic cardboard cutouts, and they're trying to slowly fix that because it's so many of them. We already lost like what, two.
Yeah,
But the artwork in this issue though, it was like it reminded me, and I mean this in a neutral way, no shade. It reminds me of the Scooby Doo books that they're writing right now, and I like the Scooby Doo books. Hell, like a couple weeks ago was one of my picks. So I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. It just doesn't feel like a Bat book. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's
yeah,
my
yeah,
only
yeah.
little kind of side note. And like, are they like gonna introduce Dracula or something? Because Dracula exists in the DC universe.
Why
Like
do you think
Children
that's
of
who
the
that
Night, and
shadowy
I'm just
figure
like,
is?
either werewolves or vampires, but there's like really no werewolves that exist like that. And we did get a lot of Red Rain vampires and Convergence and stuff, so I don't know. I always expect the unexpected when it comes to like these limited runs now, just for the sake of bringing something back that nobody asked for.
Mm. I'm just wondering if it has something to do with the Court of Owls, because just like the eyes in
Oh
that
my
remind me
god!
of like a
Like you're,
Talon.
if they do that, I definitely think that they are really in cahoots with the TV execs over there.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, because Court of Owls is coming to Gotham, so I mean time. And I mean that preview, that advertisement for Robin War that was in all the books. Isn't that a Court of
I
Owls
was hoping
mask?
it wasn't, to be honest.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking this guy looks, he could be like a, like a mega
Like I,
Talon,
I
and then
wasn't
the Court of Owls
I
mask.
wasn't so crazy about the
I have a
last time
feeling
that
after.
they addressed the Court of Owls. So I don't know. Hopefully, if they do it, it's better than the last time.
Yeah, I think. Do you think that's what the whole Robin War is going to be? Maybe it's like, oh, well, Bruce is gone, so it's going to be everyone who's ever been a
Yep, the
Robin
soul
versus the
of
Court of
Gotham
Owls.
rests in this ragtag group of Robins. Oh God, I see it now. Thanks for that. Ooh, they should make that into an animated movie though. That would be cool. Since they're so obsessed with the Court of Owls, because Bad Blood apparently is still dealing with the Court of Owls. Because it's a sequel to Batman versus Robin. I'm
Yeah.
still bitter. Like, how many times am I gonna have to deal with Damien in this animated universe? How many times? Sorry, I digress. Anyway, I thought this was a fun issue. I thought it set up the next arc like flawlessly, and I enjoy getting to know these kids. And I hope they keep up the quality.
Yeah. I gave it a 3.5. What did you give it?
I gave it 3.75. Like that was the Phantasm, right? From the Mask of the Phantasm.
I guess it could be a version of that,
It looks just like it, right?
or a new version of the Reaper or
Are we
something,
going
or
there? Or maybe it's Hush. Who knows at this point? They love retreading all that stuff, so I wouldn't put it past them.
or if they're in cahoots with the TV universe, it could be an agent of the Order of Saint Dumas.
Oh, she knows telling. I like that. I like that they're keeping me on my toes where it's not obvious. Like, hey, that bright shining eye, yeah, that's Deadshot. I like that it wasn't like obvious like that. But there was also a lot of nods to a lot of things. I saw a nod to The Dark Knight Returns, with that little stupid creepy doll and stuff, where it's just sitting there all broken and dilapidated. Anyway, yeah, this issue was funny. Anyway, yeah. What do you have left?
The only thing I have left is Flash 45.
I really should have read it considering I'm giving it away over on the Flashpoint podcast. See, the shameless plugs even affect World's Finest. You are not immune, sir. I just haven't had time to. How'd you like it?
um, It was all right. I mean, Zoom set up like this trap where Flash and the whole police department's like trapped in the precinct because they set a trap where Flash's speed set off like an energy dome, and well, Captain Fry's blaming Flash for everything.
Really?
Yeah, but guess who gets them out of the trap?
Who?
Wally.
Really?
Yep, he figures out something about special what is it? Like is it like a mercury a magnesium engine block in one of the like the trucks the police use, so he like drove it into the field.
Does he have his speed back?
They didn't show it because Flash had to like speed over and pull him out of the truck.
No offense to that character or anything. I appreciate the diversity, but I just miss my little ginger Wally. I love gingers. I can't help it.
But Zoom reveals why he wanted what he wanted from Barry's father.
What was it? His heart?
No, he wanted him to build him a glove that has like if you stab someone with the like the fingertips, I guess he can absorb other people's powers or something.
So he wanted a power glove? He could have just got on eBay.
And of course, Zoom turns on his allies who didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And I love the next issue blurb. It says, "Next, at long last, Zoom first the Flash." It's like, well, yeah, that's what we're waiting for.
And then we can vanquish him to another Earth or no? Or is he going to go on trial for killing Zoom? Like, I don't even know anymore with the Flash.
What are they going to ask Wally? Could he have stopped him without breaking his neck?
Nah. He had it coming. Oh, anyway, that's cool. I will definitely try my best to read it again. I'll be real. I fell asleep on it like the first 3 pages. I was just like, this is not for me. Anyway, okay, quick thoughts. I know you were over on Tyler's Supergirl Last Starter Krypton podcast and you shared your Supergirl thoughts there. But like, did you like it or
Yeah, I liked it. It's a fun show. I mean, it would be cool if they could do a like a crossover. Well, I was gonna say with Flash and Arrow, but especially with Flash because
yeah, that's more fits more with Flash.
yeah, it's not that grim and gritty. It's
Well,
actually like a fun
considering
show.
that the Flash is literally the Arrow versus Superman.
Exactly.
So, too bad how you have a little bit of a conflict. You can't watch it live, obviously, because you're live tweeting Gotham for before the bat. So we'll miss you. I'm gonna live tweet Gotham for the West Coast, but I'm definitely
But
live tweeting East
yeah,
Coast for Supergirl now. So.
it's gonna be really hard because that first week it was 8:30. Now they shifted Big Bang Theory back to Thursday, so now it's 8 o'clock. Supergirl's 8 o'clock now, I guess.
Yeah, that's good though. It was the most watched show Monday, 13 million people. I was
You
really
think they'll keep
surprised and
that
proud
up,
and happy
especially
for
without
them.
that lead in?
Oh, we're gonna see a huge drop. I predict like 8 million people are gonna watch the next episode, which is still pretty good for a Monday night, and it's
Yeah.
not technically a procedural. That's really good. So I mean, but it's always gonna usually the like last season the Flash didn't drop to episode 4, but I think a lot of people just saw it as a novelty and they wanted to see if it was for them or not, and they've made their decisions, and we'll
Yeah.
kind of see. Do you know what I mean? But I wish Supergirl all the best. I'm here for the show right now until they totally mess up, and then I'll be back to live tweeting Gotham. Anyway, yeah. Okay, cool beans. I liked it. I thought the pilot was fun. I think the next episode is gonna be a make it or break it kind of thing. It's like, okay, is it gonna keep that
Yeah.
heart and that funny, or is it gonna turn into something else? So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
And
See, we even plug
that's
somebody
right.
else's podcast.
But well, speaking of well, no, not speaking of Tyler.
Well, yeah, we did the
Oh yeah,
Long
yeah. Go
Halloween.
check that out now. It's up on Before the Bat and Channel 52. Yeah,
Channel
yeah.
52.
We're me, Lilith, and Tyler doing a long Halloween special. Once a month to coincide with each holiday. So we're recording this the day before Halloween. So issue 1 is up.
Oh man, for St. Patty's Day, we should totally drink. We should totally have a drinking game, like for every panel. We should read it out loud, and for every panel, like we should like control the go
So did
drink.
you see this Batman?
Kidding, of course. Maybe.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
anyway,
but
let's get
one
out of
other
here.
final bit of business. The other special podcast we're in the planning stages of the Marvel vs. DC podcast.
Oh yeah, with Charlie Esser from Super Connectivity and the whole, Nuff Said universe over
Yes,
there.
my
It's gonna
my
be
partner in
fun.
reviewing Marvel comics every week on Marvel Roundup. It's going to be a big Marvel versus DC debate. We're bringing it up now because we want everyone to share your thoughts with us. What should we compare? It doesn't have to be a straight on battle like who's stronger. Who's this. It could be like who has the best TV universe or the best cinematic universe. Or I saw a one the other night. It was like compare like Jack Kirby's Darkseid to Jack Kirby's Doctor Doom.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. I just want to say the thing I'm interested in though is who would you guys say? I guess this is just probably my question of the week because honestly, there's not a one-to-one comparison for Marvel's Wonder Woman. To me personally, I think they're spread out over like 6 characters. But if you guys think that there's a one-to-one equivalent of for Marvel's Wonder Woman, let me know because I've been debating this a lot lately, and I want to put it to bed
But yeah,
finally.
help help a little figure this out, or any like I said, any DC versus Marvel thoughts. Any category you think we should tackle with if this because it'll be Lil first Charlie with me making the final call since I'm kind of in both.
He's the
I
referee.
have to contain Lilith. So going. Yeah, I know.
Good luck with that.
I mean, you can get a hold of us. Facebook.com, / World's Finest Podcast. On Twitter, we're at World's Finest Pod. Email us, World's Finest Pod at gmail.com. Or you can even email me any thoughts personally, nightwingpdp at gmail.com. And on Twitter, I'm at nightwingpdp. Lilith?
Okay, well, you guys can, if you're looking for a podcast for all your DC Comics related news, because there is a lot every week, please be sure to join me and the other Charlie on the network over on Channel 52. You can find us on Facebook, Channel 52 Podcast. We're on Twitter at Channel 52 Pod. And as for me, I'm on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. And I just launched my new website, lilithhellfire.com, where I review what I watch on TV, what I'm listening to, books. So yeah, come on by, like, share, and comment those articles. I look forward to hearing from you guys.
All right. Well, come back next week for another fun-filled edition of World's Finest as we cover the DCU. Because remember, it's all Batman. You can't escape it.